Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. We have another documentary today we're going to have a look at. We're looking at a few just recently, and this is a sports documentary in two parts. It was part one shown on BBC Two on the 13th of April 2022, and part two will be showing on the 22nd of April or the 20th of April 2022. But if you've got iPlayer on the BBC, you can watch both parts in one go. And that's what I did. It doesn't take too long, only 55 minutes. And we're talking Gazza, of course. Paul Gascoigne, yes, this documentary. There is actually a documentary film about him, isn't it, called Gascoigne, that came out in the about 2015, something like that. I don't remember watching that one. But anyway, I've had a look at this, directed by Sam Collins. And it's getting reasonable reviews. There's no actual specific figures at the moment, but I thought I'd give it a watch. I'm a big football fan, as you know, and I lived through a lot of what Gazza did for England, Tottenham, Lazio, you name it. I have a big interest in football, so I sort of followed it, and obviously it was great interest to me, and it would be of interest to people even if you're not that bothered with football as well, because it's about Gascoigne, it's about the person. Of course, just the synopsis on this, Paul Gascoigne became famed for his cheeky personality and extraordinary talent, but mainstream tabloid coverage surrounding a string of tumultuous events was never far away. Certainly wasn't. The documentary highlights this extreme lengths many journalists went. Yeah, a lot of it's told in the sort of eyes of the journalists who were sort of connected, if you like, with Gascoigne in a negative way, as well as any positivity he got out of it. The lengths many journalists went in order to serve up the freshest slice of Gazza gossip to their editors. And Paul had previously said, apparently, about this documentary, that this is the real story of my time in football, the good and the bad of who I am and what really happened around me. So much of this has never been seen before. It feels good, he said, to be telling my side of the story and to be working with Western Edge Pictures team and the BBC, who have delivered this in the best possible way to my fans. Well, there isn't actually much direct input within the documentary from Paul himself. I mean, in reality, Gazza didn't see this until it was actually completed. So, although obviously he did allow access to certain things, some personal stuff, family stuff, etc., sort of interesting comment or what he said there didn't really ring true with what happened in the actual thing. But all credit to him, as I say, I think he was reasonably happy with the result of what the BBC did. There's nothing in this, in all fairness. It's that revelationary or revelatory, if you like. It's stuff we know about his ups and downs. There's nothing I thought, I didn't know that, or I did know that. Certain things I might have assumed about Paul Gascoigne that were probably true and obviously came to light in this. So there's nothing that intriguing. Obviously, a lot of it's told through the eyes of the press, and of course, we can remember all the headlines, and you actually get to see some of the regurgitated headlines on the screen. So, yeah, as I said, if you sort of live through it and you're aware of it, there's nothing overly anything new in my eyes. I mean, there's stuff from Friends, which perhaps was a little bit new. Obviously, Linda Lusardi was a big friend of Gascoigne's, and there's stuff from Associates as well. So you get the positives of the man, as well as the negatives which the press helped to bring out and often encouraged, as you'd expect. And this is just, we know all about the press as well, don't we? I mean, nothing in that we didn't realise, did they do that? I didn't know this. There's nothing like that. There's no shock horror, aghast. And it shouldn't, as a programme, you obviously have your thoughts on Paul Gascoigne. He's very the dark side and the good and the light side, if you like. And it shouldn't particularly make you feel any worse or any better. It may inform you a little bit more, say if you didn't live through it or you didn't have a particular interest in football at the time. But yeah, he had many flaws. He's just a normal man he's obviously a genius on the football pitch who had, like most of us, many flaws that were exposed in the public eye because he was in the public eye. So this tells the story, really. And it is a good watch for both football and non-football fans. I think non-football fans, I've recommended this to my good lady who likes a good documentary. She watched most of the Muhammad Ali one, but I think that went on for about 8 episodes, so that was a bit much. But it's the sort of thing she can get, enjoy watching. There's not so much of his younger life. It's not that sort of documentary. It's more from the press coverage, etc., etc., as he became famous. So yeah, if you're expecting there's mentions, of course, where he came from and when he was born and where he lived and etc. But it's no great in-depth look at his past life as such. But we all know the limitations of Paul Gascoigne. We all know the limitations of the press, and this just sort of backs that up, really, as a documentary. Overall, a good watch. There's a right balance of football. It's not all football, of course. It's not a right balance of the key football side of Paul Gascoigne and his personal stuff, of course. Do 2 episodes cover it? Probably and definitely not. Of course, you could probably make a good series out of Paul Gascoigne, if not a few series, in fact. But yeah, it did cover. It was a snapshot, I think we call it, don't we? Then it covered all the main elements. As I said, none that I wasn't aware of. All right, I might have needed reminding about them or being told about them, but nothing I didn't particularly know, as he explored stuff in detail. And he was a flawed footballing legend, and it's good to watch for me because I lived through it, and it's also good to watch perhaps for the younger guys out there as well who don't remember something, because obviously the links with England and Tottenham of any football fan of any age would enjoy watching this, even from a younger age as well, and just to see, there's probably young footballers out there who might learn something. From this. As I said, it's obviously a different world now to what Gazza was in, but certain things are still there, aren't they? Certain actually rules and certain things you should do as a man and as a footballer should be looked at, and you perhaps learn from this. And anything in life, you learn from other people's mistakes. So my score for this, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I said it's not quite what I expected, because, as I say, there's no great revelations in this, but it was a nice trip down memory lane for me, which is fair enough. As I say, I didn't feel any worse or any better about the guy. I accept his faults as well as the pluses you get with Gascoigne. That's how he is. He's not perfect by any means, but are any of us? Obviously, probably not, but a good little trip down memory lane and remember things for me. And obviously, different people get different things out of it. But yeah, a very, very good watch overall. Anyway, let me know if you get to watch that on the BBC. I said it is on iPlayer now, so you can watch both episodes. Or if you watched the first one and you wait until next week for the second one, let me know what you think as well, because I did enjoy this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I only ask one thing, don't I? Till we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.